Little Gifts from London, and the day Jamie Dornan cried on set for his 3 daughters. New York, a gray morning. Thick clouds, slightly overcast, rain in the forecast. Jamie woke up in a quiet hotel room, made a cup of coffee, sat down by the window. He looked down at the street, yellow taxis, hurried pedestrians, cups of coffee in hand, life moving quickly like a fast-forward movie. But in his head, the image was not New York. It was Amelia tying the youngest's hair before school. The eldest daughter hugging the guitar, sitting on the sofa playing a soft melody. The second child laughing because she spilled cereal out of the bowl. A gentle but deep nostalgia crept into his chest. It was no longer the sharp pain of the first days away from home. It was the nostalgia of a man with a real family, and knowing he was missing the most precious thing. He mumbled, "I wonder if the kids remembered to brush their teeth before going to school this morning." He smiled to himself. Then he put on his coat and prepared to go to the studio. The studio, a seemingly normal day. That morning, the crew scheduled to film heavy emotional scenes. Jamie's character had to face loneliness, loss, the feeling of being left behind. An assistant asked him, "Are you okay, Jamie?" Jamie replied, "Fine. I'm just in a pretty emotional state." The assistant smiled. "That's even better for today's scene." Jamie chuckled, but deep down he knew. His greatest source of emotion no longer came from the old pain. It came from his love for Amelia and the 3 children. Halfway through filming, a small box from London arrives. Around mid-set, during a break, Jamie sits alone in the lounge area, rereading a few pages of the script. A backstage crew member runs in. "Jamie, there's a package for you. From London." Handwritten on the box. "To Daddy, from home." Jamie's heart skips a beat. He takes the box, his hands shaking slightly. "Who sent it?" "Sent from my home. Addressed to London, no sender's name, just home." Jamie smiles. He knows who it is. He puts the box on the table, looks at it for a few seconds, as if he were about to open a small door to another world. Then he opens it. Little letters, and a warm world spilled out of the cardboard box. Inside the box were 3 different colored envelopes, each with a child's name. A larger envelope that read, "From Amelia." An old wool scarf he used at home, still smelling of the familiar fabric softener. A small bag of peppermint tea. Jamie laughed through his tears. "Amelia, you are." He opened the first envelope. The scribbles were definitely from his youngest daughter. Letter from the youngest. "Dear Dad. This is a picture I drew of you. You are standing on the TV screen, and we are sitting below watching. I drew a little less of your hair, sorry Dad. Mom said you are working very hard, so I am sending you an extra hug, the heart I drew is here. When you miss home, look at it. I love you more than candy. My youngest daughter." In the envelope was a drawing. Jamie standing in the middle, arms outstretched, 3 children huddled around her legs, Amelia standing beside her. Above her was a small house with the word, "Home." Jamie laughed, but tears also fell silently. Letter from the second daughter. "Dad. Do you remember when you told us that no emotion is too much? So today I'm telling the truth. I miss you. I want you to come home. But I also want you to make this film the best it can be, so that later we can brag. That's our dad, acting with all our heart. Mom said we'd be apart for a while so that we could meet again later. So I'm counting the days. Dad, hang in there. Our hearts are with you." The second daughter, who hugs your shirt to sleep every night, don't tell anyone. Jamie put her hand over her mouth. He felt himself being healed, by the very words he had said to his children, now turning around to hug him. Letter from the eldest daughter. The handwriting is neater and more mature. Dad. I think when I get older, I understand you a little better. I imagine that when you go away like that, you must be both happy, because you get to act in movies, live in art, and tired, because you miss home. I want you to know. We're fine. Mom's fine. One day, Mom stood outside the door looking at the sky for a long time. I asked her if she was okay, and she said, I'm thinking about you, and I feel proud. So, don't worry about us anymore. Just use all the heart you have to act in movies. Because we know, no matter how far away you go, you'll always come back home. The eldest daughter, who is very proud to have Jamie Dornan as a dad, but to me, you're still the best toy repairman in the world. Jamie finished reading, his eyes red. He had to stop for a few seconds, put the letter on the table, and take a deep breath to control his emotions. Amelia's letter, short, but enough to make Jamie unsteady. Finally, he opened the envelope and wrote, For Jamie, from A. There were only a few lines inside, but each one felt like a gentle touch to his heart. Jamie. I am sending you some home things. Scarves. Peppermint tea. Pictures the kids drew. These words. To remind you. You're not alone. Never. When you're tired, imagine me making you tea. The kids fighting over where to sit on your lap. I don't need you to be perfect there. I just need you to be true to yourself, like you've been true to me all this time. I love you. Amelia. Jamie put the letter down. He couldn't hold it in any longer. Tears fell, uncontrollably. Not tears of pain, but the tears of a heart embraced by family, even though they are half a world apart. The director caught it, and turned that moment into one of the most beautiful scenes in the film. Just then, the director walked in, saw Jamie sitting alone with the letters, red eyes, still holding the scarf. Are you okay? Jamie nodded, smiling through tears. I just received the letters from the family. The director looked at the box, some colored paper, some childish writing, a scarf and a bag of peppermint tea. Then he smiled. Can you keep that feeling? Jamie frowned. You mean? Next scene, your character receives news from the family after a long time apart. I want you to use this feeling yourself. No acting. No preparation. Just being yourself. Jamie hesitated a bit. Then he nodded. Okay. I am ready. Scene, Jamie doesn't act, he lives. The camera is in front of him. The space is still. There is only a chair, a table, and an envelope the director gave him. No long dialogue. No words. There is only a man far from home. A letter. And a heart carrying a family inside. The director shouts. Action. Jamie opens the envelope. Inside is not a prop. It is a copy of the children's real letters. The director had asked Amelia for them before. Jamie reads. 1, 2, 3. Emotions rise. His eyes are wet. He doesn't try to hold it in. He doesn't act well. He doesn't control the camera angle. He lets the tears fall. Naturally. Real. The camera still records silently. The director doesn't shout, cut, right away. He let the scene linger for a few seconds, capturing the moment Jamie put her hand to her chest, as if to hold her heart, not to let it break with love. Finally, the director whispered, Cut. The whole studio was silent. Then a soft applause broke out, not loud, but respectful. Then, alone in the room, Jamie understood that he was not just acting. Sitting alone in the small room, Jamie made a cup of mint tea from the package Amelia had sent. He closed his eyes, inhaled the scent of the tea, the scent of home, the scent of peace, the scent of the two of them talking about everything and nothing. He realized, I used to use pain to act. But now, I use love. He smiled, a mature smile. And that's what Amelia did for me. He picked up his phone, took a picture of the box, the letters, the scarf, the teacup. Then to Amelia. I just had one of the best shots of my life. Thanks to you. Thanks to the kids. Thanks to the home you bring me, even when I'm far away. Amelia replied after a few minutes. We're always there. Even when you can't see us. Jamie typed. I see. Very clear. He put the phone down. Looked at the letters again. And understood. This moment the little box from London wasn't just a surprise for the kids. It was a bond that connected his heart to home, stronger than any distance, stronger than any fear.